Okay, good day, grade 11 HED learners. In this video, I'll answer one of the isometric drawing questions, and I took this question from the JPEGD workbook, grade 11, and this is page 22. I'll just quickly read through the instructions. As you can see on the screen, we are given the front view, top view, and the left view of a model, the position of point S on the drawing sheet. Okay, this is the drawing sheet. This is point S right there, and these are the views: the top, front, and the left view. Okay, good. Instructions: use scale 1:1 and convert the orthographic views of the model into an isometric drawing. Okay, that's important. Scale 1:1. Make S the lowest point of the drawing. Show all necessary construction. No stencils may be used, no hidden detail is required. Okay, so obviously, as you can see from the instructions, they said we must use scale 1:1. Good. So it's very important for you to read instructions, because you will find that they asked you to draw the isometric drawing using scale 1:2 or 2:1. So it's very important for you to read the instructions before you start drawing. Okay, as you can see, this is my question. These are the views: the top, front, and the left view. So obviously I'll begin with the isometric block. So obviously this is the length, this is the width, and this is the height of the object. So obviously from point S, we are not given point S here, but I'll just mark there. This is point S, point S, point S from the top view there. So point S is right there on the left view and the top view. Alright. Okay, so from point S going to the right, it's 140. It's the length. So I'll just go to my answer sheet and measure 140. So the length is 140. So 140 is somewhere up there. It's right there. Okay. And then this side, the width or the depth, the width, it's 80. So I'll just mark off 80 right there. And then the height, so the 80 is from here to the right. I just added these 3 dimensions, and obviously the length is 140 there. And then the height is from this point going up right there. So it's 60 plus 25, which is it's 85. So I'll just mark off 85 from this vertical line. 85 is right there. Okay, so now I can just quickly draw my isometric block there, just like that. Draw a line to the right, and then here a vertical line there. Draw a line with up there. Okay, I'll just move my, okay, it's fine like this. So this is the block. Now I have my block there. I'll start with this section this side, right? So if you check the base, we have this base, right? This base is right there from the front view. So obviously this base, it's the same surface as this hexagon right there, right? So I'll start by drawing this surface. I can just quickly highlight that surface so that you can see what I'm talking about. It's this surface, right? Okay, so obviously this surface is right there on that line there. right? So obviously this line, it's this surface, this section here. I have three sections: this left section, the right, and the top. So obviously this shaded surface will be right there. Okay, so now I'll have to draw the auxiliary view of this hexagon, because obviously I'm not given the distance from this line, from this point, obviously going down to this point. So I'll have to just quickly draw the auxiliary view of this hexagon. And if you check there, the dimension for the base of the hexagon is 25. So I'll measure 25 on my compass. So I'll start with center lines somewhere here. And draw the horizontal center lines. Just like that, and measure 25, because the base of the hexagon is 25, right? So I mark, measure 25 there, and I draw a circle just like that. And then obviously that point up there is right here. I'll put my compass there, mark there, and mark this side. Put my compass at this point, mark this side, and mark that side. Okay, and then now I can just join the points, just like that. So vertical lines. Okay. Okay, I'll just create a square there around the hexagon. I'll just draw a horizontal line there at that point and this point there, and then from this side of the hexagon I'll just draw a vertical line there as well. So now I have this point right there, this point, that point, and that point. Okay, fine. So now I can even start by drawing the center lines for the hexagon. As you can see there, we have center lines. So I'll mark 40 there, because 40 is half of 80. Remember, from here to there it's 80. So I measured 40 to this point, and I'll draw the horizontal center line. No, it's the vertical center line, sorry. Just like that. Okay, and we are given that from that line up there to the center line, the horizontal center line, is 25. So I'll just mark off 25 right there and draw the center line. Okay, just like that. Okay, so I'll start with the bottom part there. So obviously the thickness of the base, this part, it's 15 we are given from our front view. So I'll mark off 15 going up from point S, going up it's 15. Then I just draw a construction line there, just like that. and then from this point going down to the right is 23, and 23 this side. So mark off 23 there, and this side 23, and I draw vertical lines from the 2 points. Okay, and then we are given that from here to this line here it's 8, so it means from here on this line going down it's 8, right? Okay, so from that line or this line here I can measure 8 going down. It's 8 going down from this point right there, and then I can just draw that line. Okay, so now I do have this space there, so I can just draw outlines. It's from here to there, here to there. This vertical lines, the thickness of the base. Just like that. Okay, so the thickness of this rib there, it's 12. So from the center line I can measure 6 going up, 6 going down. So it's 12, so it's 6 going up, 6 going down, and then I can just draw vertical lines for the rib there, like that. Okay, so before I proceed by drawing the outlines here, I just want to place this hexagon now using my auxiliary view there, right? Okay, so obviously I do have the center lines there, right? Let me check if I measured correctly. So it's 25 going down. Okay, so from this point to this point it's 25, so I want to check even here it's 25, it's correct. So obviously it means I do have this line is right there, and I do have this point, no? That point is right there. So now what I can do is take the measurement from the center point to this flat there. So the distance is I think I'll make it 22, even though it's 21.5. I'll just make it 22. So from here, from the center point to there, it's 22. So obviously even this side it's equal to this side, so it's 22. From the center point I'll mark 22 going down, 22 going up, just like that. And then from those 2 points I just draw vertical lines, just like that. And remember, from here to there it's 25. Obviously from here to there it's 25 as well. So from the 2 lines that I've drawn now, I can just mark 25 going down and draw a line there. So I was trying to draw this square, right? So now I have this point. I can just say it's point 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's point 1, 2, 3, 4, right? So it's this point right there, that point, this point, and that point. And please do not do this. Please don't highlight anything on your drawing, because you're not allowed. I'm just doing this because I'm explaining to you guys. Okay, so now I have this square. So now because I have this square, it's it's easier for me to place my hexagon there. So okay, so for this point, obviously it's up to me. I can take the distance from point 2 to that point. I can measure that distance. I can just take my compass, measure that distance, and note that this distance is equal to this one, equal to that one, equal to this one. So that means from point 1 I mark going down, point 2 down. So I put my compass at point 1. So on that line I just mark there. And then I put my compass again on point 2. I mark there. And then on point 3 and 4, it means I have to put my compass at point 3 and mark going up. And I put my compass on point 4. I mark there. Okay, so now I do have my hexagon on my isometric, because I do have this 4 points. It's this points, and this one is right there, right, and this one is there. So now I can just proceed and join the points. So it's very important for you to be able to place any polygon that is given to you. So for now, because obviously we were given the hexagon, I had to draw what? An auxiliary view, so that I can place my auxiliary view using the correct measurements. Okay, so for this part here, we do not have a point there, we don't have any lines there, right? It's just open. So what you can do is, because already I have these 2 lines, these 2 vertical lines, they are here. So what I can do is I can join this point with that one, but my line must start from that point and end on that line. So but your ruler must be aligned to this point and that point. So I can just draw a line there, and then obviously even for this one, it's like I'm joining the 2 points, but I have to draw a line from that point to this line there. Why? Because we have an open space there. Okay, and then now I can just complete this surface by drawing these vertical lines. Like that. Okay, so now I'm almost done with this surface. Remember, I have to draw the circle, right? So obviously this circle, that means I'll have to draw the isometric circle there. So obviously we are given the diameter, which is 34. So I can measure, I have to draw a square for this circle using this diameter, which is 34. So half of 34, it's 17. So I'll just mark off 17 going down from the center point. 17 is right there. 34, it's right there. I do the same on the horizontal center line. 17 is right there. 34 there. And then from this point, I just draw a vertical line. Vertical line from this point, and then on this one I drew a line going down. This point, line going down. Okay, so now I will focus on this square right there. No, it's not this one, it's this one, the right there. Okay, so I'll focus on that square, right? So what I can do here is I have to draw the longest line within this square, and that line is from this point to this point. So I can just quickly join the 2 like that, and then because I have a line on this small square, so I have to draw a line that will intersect the line that I've drawn now. So I can just draw a line from this point right there to this blue point there, and then now I can just draw a parallel line to this one just right here, down here, because I'm trying to intersect this line. So I can just draw a line like that. Okay, So now I'll have to put my compass on that point, draw the arc somewhere there, and then put my compass again at this point, draw the arc just down there. And I'll put my compass at that point right there to this point. And then I'll have to draw an arc. Just like that. And then I do the same thing up there. I put my compass at that point to that center line up there. And then I just draw an arc just like that. And then for the arc right here, I have to put my compass where? At that point up there. So I'll just put my compass there to this arc there and draw an arc like that. Then now I'll have to put my compass here just to join those 2 points, right? So I put my compass there. Okay. And then I'm done with the circle there. So this is my isometric circle with this hexagon there. So now so far I have this section, so I'll have to project all the points of the hexagon up and even the base. I can just project the points up so that I can proceed with this section of the object. So I'll just move my drawing board a little bit this side. Okay, then I take my 30 by 60. I'll start right there at the top. Project the point, this point, this point, this point, and for the base I'll just project the point that side, this point at the corner, and this one. Okay, so now I've just projected all the points up. So now I'll start with this hexagon, because obviously I know these are the edges of the hexagon, right? So if I check my left view and my front view, the hexagon is from that point to somewhere right there, right? And if you take your ruler and put your ruler like that, you'll see that, okay, this corner here, it's this line. And then if you move your set square to this point, you can see that, okay, it means this line is for this point there, and same with this point, it's that line and the top one. And if you look at these lines, what's the length from this point to that point? We are given from the top, it's 60. So it means that from these lines that I've drawn now, I have to measure 60 going up. So I'll just measure and mark off 60 on that line, because the point starts here, and then for this point I mark 60 there, and this line as well I mark off 60 up there, and then this line 60 somewhere there. Okay, so I'll just do that for the hexagon now. So now I can just go ahead and draw those edges using outlines. So I take my pencil and my set square, I draw that line, and this line, that line, that line. So for isometric drawing, it's very important for you to be able to visualize these views for isometric drawing, because if you can't visualize this type of a question will challenge you, so you can develop the skill of visualizing by doing more isometric drawing questions. Okay, so now I have this section of the hexagon, and then if I move down to the base, this section here, it's for this part here, right? So as you can see, this is what a rib, and if you look at this part, this view and this view, you can see that okay, this is a rib, and what else, and yeah, so it means I'll have to measure 60 as well from this point going up. So I just mark off 60 from here to there, just like that, and then I can just draw an outline there. That means there is an edge there, and then draw a vertical line there. Perfect. And then remember, this is a corner, so I have to project that corner to the right, just like that. Just add that edge there. Okay, good. And then now what can I draw? Let me just quickly draw this section, the base, this rectangle there. As you can see, it's outlines there, so I can just draw the base there. Just like that. And I forgot this section there. I have to draw a solid line there. Okay, I'm almost there. So now I have this section so far, which is this one. So now I'll proceed to this section here, right there, but I'll start with the top view of this part, because this part, as you can see, it's this one there, and if I look from the top, this section, it's this one there. It's from this point to that point. As you can see, this point, it goes straight to that point. This one, it goes straight to that point. So I'll start with this square or a rectangle at the top. So I'll have to draw that rectangle somewhere up there. Just move my drawing. Okay, so I'll just draw this top surface right there. And if you look at your or my isometric drawing, this point is right there, right? So I'll start drawing this square from this point, which is this one there. I can even highlight this point there using my orange highlighter. It's this one right there. So I'll start at that point. So what can I do there is just draw a line using my 30 by 60. Just a line like that. Okay, so because obviously this is the center of the surface, so what's the length of this line from this point to that point? The distance is given from the left view. It's the 60 there. As you can see there, that 60 is for this section, the square there. It's this length. So obviously, since we are given that it's 60, from this point I can mark off 30 going up, 30 going down. So I'll just mark off 30 going up, 30 going down, and then just project two lines from the 2 points that I've marked now. Just like that. Like that. Okay. So now I have these two lines, and then now I'll go back to my top view. So from this point to there, it's 50. So I'll just mark 50 somewhere there, and then from that point I can just draw a line going up. So now I do have that square. It's right there. It's this one, this top surface there, which is this section there. Okay, so I can just draw using my pencil, draw solid lines, dark lines like that. Okay, even this one. Like that. Like that. Okay, and then going down, as you can see, okay, so it's this one, it's this section. So from here to there, it's 50. We are given from the left view. It's from there to this point, from there to this point right there. So it's 50 millimeters. So from these 2 points, I can just draw vertical lines going down and mark off 50. So obviously for that side, obviously I won't see the section. I'll just draw a line to there. Then from this point, vertical line, and then I mark off 50, just like that. Then use my set square. So looking from the front view, obviously as you can see I have a square there. It's this square right there. So I can just go ahead and draw outlines, solid lines like that, just to make them dark so that I can just see my drawing. As you can see, you can approach an isometric drawing in different ways. You can approach it by starting by drawing the top view, the front, or the left. So it's up to you where to start. So okay, so I have this square. Okay, fine. And then when I look at my left view, I do have this point. Oh, sorry. So when I look at my left view, I do have this point. That point, it's right there. And obviously from that point, I have a line going to the base, which is this line there, right? So now from this point to that point, what's the distance? What's the length? The length is 60 from the top view. As you can see there, it's 60. So it means I can just mark off 60 from this point there. So I'll just mark off 60. 60 is somewhere there. And then I just join the points like that. And then obviously I'm trying to have the surface on my drawing. So what I can do is I can just take my 30 by 60 and join those two lines. So it means I do have this surface. As you can see, it's right there. So we can't see this one because it's hidden. It's that side. It's at the back of this section. Okay, I'm almost there. So obviously I have this section, this thickness. It's actually a rib. So we are given that the thickness of the rib is 12. So I can just mark off 12 there and up there and join the 2 points. Just like that. And now I think it's time for me to draw this hexagon. I've been ignoring this hexagon. Oh, it's not a hexagon, it's a pentagon, sorry. Just I'm confusing myself. So this is the pentagon because it has 5 sides. So now it means I have to project or draw this hexagon somewhere around my answer sheet because I'm not given the length of the pentagon from this line to that point. So it means I have to draw this pentagon somewhere around. my auxiliary view so that I can place it on my isometric drawing. Okay, we are given that the base is 26. Okay, I will move my drawing board up and then draw my horizontal line there. So this is my base. The base is 20. It's 26. So my base will be there. So obviously you have to be able to construct a pentagon. So I'll just use my own method, and my method needs a protractor.